Hey guys, happy Thankful Thursday. Today we're gonna talk about movies. Now, hopefully you saw the last video. Hopefully I don't post them out of order. It is what it is. But again, I think my favorite movie of all time, I said, was Tron Legacy. And then I think second place is Finding Forrester. And then I just got movies I love. Like, for example, The Puss in Boots, Last Wish, the Kung Fu Panda trilogy, Peak. Obviously Black Panther, Wakanda, Black Panther. Infinity War, and then obviously Iron Man 1, 2, and 3, and then Endgame. Endgame was so good. Oh my gosh, bro. So many. Some other movies I be forgetting. A good movie I watched. Oh, either Black Bag or Black Box that dropped this year. I think it was Black Bag. It was good. It was good. I was distracted watching that movie though, but it was a good movie. What other movies have I been watching, bro? I have not watched Sinners. I think when it was on TV. I didn't watch John Wick 4. I heard John Wick 1, 2. I watched John Wick 1, 2, and 3. Them boys were good. Matrix. I have to rewatch the series again, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, movies. The reason I brought them up because storytelling and stuff. I think, unironically, when I walk out of a movie theater of a good movie, I walk out, Moana 2 was mid. I walk out that movie theater and just feeling like, bro, you have so much inspiration, so much hope and passion. And you're just like, bro, what am I going to do with that? It's like I walk out of a good movie in a movie theater with that 3 a.m. motivation. You know what you guys know what I'm talking about? And I think I watched High Top Films. Homeboy, when I tell he loves, oh my gosh, Homeboy loves Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. When I said I never seen a boy love something so much in his life, and I respect that. I respect that. Oh yeah, Schneider's Cut, really good. Dune, oh my goodness, Dune 1 and 2, really good. A couple more off the top of my head. Oppenheimer, I did not know a super nerd could be a womanizer, but here we are. A nerd is a spectrum for real. I did not expect this guy to be problematic as he was, but and then I hear about Einstein. I'm like, bro, I do not research how problematic these guys are, But yeah, and then I remember this making me think of the movies I watched on a flight last year. Soul was good. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, unpopular opinion. I did not know Across the Spider-Verse was going to end with us having to watch a sequel. So I give a movie a 0 out of 10, in my opinion. 0 out of 10. I'm not hearing it. I came here to see a full plot line. I'm about to rant. Yeah, boys, understand something. We live in a world where everything is incomplete. Think about it. TV shows are incomplete. Manga is incomplete. Anime is incomplete. Manhwas are incomplete. Manga's incomplete. Manhwa is incomplete. Light novels incomplete. I go to school. I haven't completed school. Right? Politics these wars start, and there's no ending of all this strife and this frustration. We live in a world where everything is always, all the things we consume on a process of starting with potential and promise and don't finish for a long time because what? Subscriptions. Because what? Money. But when I come to a movie, I come for a start and an end. I want a completed product all around. I'm tired of consuming stuff. Video games. You drop a video game and there's buggy, it's a mess, and we gotta get freaking patches to fix a game. But the game's $70. Now it's $80. And I say this to say, I go to movies to watch a completed storyline, top to bottom. I expect this thing to be done. I expect this thing to be crossed off the list. We're complete. We're done. We're not coming back to this. Or we're doing a sequel, which has a whole nother plot line. You're telling me I came into that movie theater To be continued. I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon? Bro, I would have stayed my butt at home and slept just fine instead of paying for that movie. Got me hot, bro. Got me bent. I spent bread, my bread, to watch that movie. And the movie is not even a complete story. And some people can say, oh, Daniel, bro, it is complete. Think about it. That's Miles' conflict with Miguel is done. Or his Miguel storyline part is done. I'm just like, bro, if only you knew that I don't care. If only you knew I don't give a damn. If only you knew I wanted to see them boys scrap to see Miguel proven wrong and all that stuff. I'm over here like, I see that end of the scene, Miles meets Miles variant. I'm like, okay. This movie feels like it's been going on for a minute. Are we done? What's going on? To be continued, I said. They even threw my middle finger up there, bro. Hot. And don't get me started on subscription services and all these membership fees for these movie theaters and other stuff. And then the thought that like, oh my goodness, imagine, bro. Imagine, bro. Imagine. The fact that, what's it called? 40X, man. Some of this stuff come out 40X. And I'm just like, oh, bro, this is going to be so cool. This is going to be great. And then it's not cool. It's not great. Like me and my brother and my brother, but not my blood brother. We went to watch this Gran Turismo movie, 40X. Watched the movie first time, good. Watching 40X because that 40X would elevate the experience. It didn't. Just like, man, this was mid. It just made me think of like, bro, there's just so much to think about and feel with this stuff. And like, movies are supposed to be our experience, man. Like, I remember, I know somebody like, yo, movies are like a premium experience. Like, in COVID, he's like, bro, I was scared movies were going to die because of COVID. That's what he said. And I'm just like, I feel you, because it is really different. Not everybody has that surround sound type stuff, all black, the speakers, good ambiance to walk in a theater, highly elevated and stuff. But yeah, bro, I'm just like, kid, Habibi. I say all this to say, man, bro, movies are so different because I think of this video I watched, right? There's this YouTuber I watch, Aaron Paulson. He did a 5-minute video of like a joke concept. 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes. And I promise you, I literally was like, I watched a movie in 5 minutes. There's a storyline, climax, there's action, there's twists, there's turns. It's comedic the whole time. And you're just like, bro, it was perfect. And I think of like when you write stories, right? One of the biggest things they talk about is the rise and fall, and then making sure to do things of that nature. Like, for example, every mangaka, usually before they write their story, they have a one-shot. But like, if I were to give you a supercut on the basic concepts of the verse and the themes of the story, what would it look like? And you got like 45 panels to get it done. Now, Fujimoto, the guy who wrote Chainsaw Man is a problem. That man turned a one-shot into a whole movie. And I'm like, yeah, if y'all boys see the goofy music I play when I read that manga, bro, it's so goofy. But it works for some reason. Besides that, I think about how to really cut that thing down. Like, I know High Top Films, right? Sam Raimi trilogy. One of the things he talks about is cinematography and videography, making sure not only does your characters and their acting tell the story besides the story, that the lighting, the coloring, what the characters wear, the characters' expressions, and the camera angles tell the story. Like, there was this one scene where he was talking about Mary Jane and Peter, and in the shot, they start far away and then get closer and closer. So the camera's just like, yo, this is intimate. But throughout the conversation, they gave further and further away. They didn't move, but the camera gave distance between them to show what they were feeling so we could feel it with them. And it's just, It's stuff like that makes me want to pick up a camera and just do stuff, bro. Because there's so much storytelling within the medium you choose. Like, I remember I was watching a video, watching a story, and they were talking about adaptations and like how adaptations have their own weakness and strengths. And I was thinking about, like, if you think about the anime format, not all of them, but a lot of anime start with a light novel, a web novel, in words. And words take advantage of being more expressive. You can be slower with pace with some things, and you can really describe things and take advantage of your reader's imagination. And then there's the comic, manga, manhwa adaptation, right? So that's where pictures and words and colors, depending on if it's Japanese or Korean and Chinese, right? And so you have the access of like pictures telling 1,000 words or 10,000 words, and then being very intentional with the dialogue you use and show don't tell, or in a lot of stories cased block text where it's an exorbitant amount of reading that it's really becomes distracting. And then if you adapt from the comic to let's say anime, not live action, let's just say anime, so 2D moving arts, 2D moving pictures, and then you have what? Sound, music, expressions, voices. And then taking advantage of that medium. And then now it's less block text and more so taking advantage of their five senses, more of their five senses. So their sight and their ears, right? The previous two mediums is just your sight. But again, because it's cartoon, you can take more advantage of the goofy, cartoony realism and foolishness, and you can reasonable suspension of disbelief for antics, and really showing out Arthur's creativity, imagination. And then when you go to live action, like a movie or like a live action scene from arcs in the anime or a light novel, because some people just go straight from light novel to TV show or movie. I think then it's harder to like suspension of disbelief, or like, oh snap, and now I can't draw something really insane like a flying ship with wings, because now it's gonna look hella goofy. No, not flying ship. A flying dragon with wings, now it's gonna look hella goofy, suspension of disbelief, and like really blurring the lines between what's really realistic and what's really cartoony and goofy, and trying to balance that. And then also, because it's real people, you have to get the dialogue changes a little bit more. It's real people. And then there's also the fact that human expressions and all that stuff. And then you take advantage of more camera angles and really going back to like the high top film stuff, where like your cinematography, videography decide everything, the colors, the lighting, the outfits. Because then when it's cartoony, you can just decide everything, draw everything, make up your make up your angles. But now actors, you got to pay them all this stuff and that stuff. And yeah, and then obviously you got the cartoon live action where they blend the two and bend reality, like Space Jam 2, or like Who Killed Roger Rabbit, something like that. And it's just, when you think about that stuff and how they all translate into each other, it's a very interesting blend of storytelling, and you have to really take advantage of the strengths of your medium. But people don't talk about enough. 4DX. I don't know, I brought it up, but like the sense of movement. Like, I know we talked about here 4DX, but like the waters and splashes gets that feeling of touch. If there's one thing I think I wish we could do more of, and this is to working into like video games and nerve gear, smell. I think smell would be a really interesting way of using people's senses. I think of all of the five senses, I think it's the most neglected, in my opinion. Think about it. Every time you read a story or watch a movie, what you see is what you get. What you hear is what you know. What you touch is what you feel. What you taste is what you desire. But they never talk about what you smell is what you're looking forward to. That's the thing about smell. Anticipation and presence, but you can't feel it, you can't see it, you can't taste it. Anticipation. Imagine, I think of Disney World, Disneyland, where you walk in and they give off certain pheromones for like vanilla and stuff like that to get you interested into food, to buy stuff, and like that vibe and that feeling. I think, like, imagine you play like a horror game. Or let's not go to horror. Think about Kingdom Hearts, the video game. Oh, that's the cats. I'm sorry, guys. This video is getting long. It's because of the movies. Imagine smell. Atlantis. You smell the seaweed. You smell the beach. You smell the sea salt. Deep jungle. Tarzan. You smell the jungle. You smell the leaves, the branches, the monkeys. Okay. Agrabah. The sand. The spices. All of that other stuff in the marketplace. And then I would say Olympus Coliseum. The blood, sweat, the iron. And then the world that never... No, that's Kingdom Hearts 2. The end of the world. What does that smell like? It's a dark, desolate place with colors, but they're all dark shade colors. What would that smell like? Disney Island is the beach. Traverse Town is like a downtown area, right? Downtown area, but there's not much stores, not much traffic down there. Monstro would smell like the acid in his stomach and in his mouth. Scent is literally so much. There's so much with the scents. I wish I could make a game or something that take advantage of your scent, or like make a game that has a scent mechanic. Yeah, we'll see though. All right, let me know what you guys think. I know I ranted. He literally turned into a bigger than what I expected. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry this is a little longer than expected. Have a good one, and God bless.